But I just want to kind of talk about a topic today, a little story time about me and my first time trading live. And I'd like to hear from you guys as well. Your first time trading live, what actually happened? You know, did you consistently make money, or was there a period of time, within, say, a week or two that you started losing your money that you had into your trading account? And how did it make you feel? Honestly, how did it make you feel? Did you just give up? Well, I guess if you didn't, you wouldn't be here watching the videos now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike, and once again, I'm trading the emini S&P 500 futures. I appreciate everyone who's watching the video today. Today is the 30th of December, so once again, we're getting ready to close out the year here and move into our next year of 2022. Okay, let's take a look at the volume for today. Um, okay, let's see here. We got volume's still low, guys. I don't expect volume to probably pick up until after the new year, probably first or second week into the new year, things will kind of get more normalized and volume would kind of pick back up. So I actually um, want to talk about a specific topic today, that being the first time I ever day traded live. My first time day trading. Like I mentioned, I've been trading for almost 9 years now, right at 9 years, and it took me probably about 2 years to really get solid in the markets and start profiting to where I was, like most people probably would say, they had a lot of red days. And I can, sympathize with you guys because I've been there. Lots of traders who start off they start off in the experiencing the same thing. You put money into an account, you may blow it once, blow it twice, whatever the case is, and then eventually you start learning how to really, trade with the bigger fish that swim in the market. And that's pretty much the institutions. Once you figure that out, guys, who moves and drives the markets and how they actually trade it with a solid strategy, then you'll be on your way. But the first time I ever traded alive, like, you know, I was a pure wreck. I mean, just like most of you guys were, you think you know something, you have the capital, the money put into your account, when you really probably don't, but you're kind of just, gambling with money that you have to maybe pay bills with, pretty much. Um, so it was a very scary feeling for me. And, you know, because I put money into an account, and when I put that money into the account, yes, I had the money put to an account, but I could have been using it for other things, of course, right? So first of all, I recommend that if you're going to start trading, put money away or have capital to where you're not bothered by it in the event as a beginner that you lose. You don't want to be kind of like some people like really, become depressed or put themselves into a psychological emotional situation to where they just don't know how to come up out of that. And I had passed it for trading, so I never really gave up on it because, like I told you guys before, I always knew in my heart that if someone else could do it, I could do it too. It's just a matter of learning the right way of how to do it. But yes, the first time I started trading, I put money into an account. I took my first live day trade. It wasn't for much. I think I was trading with one contract, and I made money. And um, you know, a lot of people experience the same thing to where they take a trade, they make money, and it almost becomes almost addictive in the sense to where you're making money, and you may not fully understand what you're doing, but you think you do, and at some point you put a trade on, and it goes completely against you, and everything that you actually made, you lose in a matter of just a couple of seconds to minutes, whatever the case is, and then lots of us don't even know how to really stop and get out. That's the thing about the psychology piece, to where people take a bad losing trade, lose money, and then they get right back into the market and they lose money again, and they keep doing that to the point to where may have already blown their account the first time, but they still may have money in their account and they're taking that loss, and then they just blow right through that money. I'm talking about within a matter of minutes, and that's the psychological piece that really mess with people's minds, is how did I lose this kind of money so quickly? Um, I highly recommend anyone to, I guess, paper trade in a sense, kind of demo trade for a while until you can work the kinks out, understand the fundamentals of trading, and really, come pretty much precise, or trade like the institutions do. Wait for the bigger moves in the market, and look for those areas where they're going to come back to, and um, make moves in the market at, whether it's at a area where the market is a supply area, say for instance, or or demand area. There's nothing wrong with trading straight off of support and resistance, because sometimes you'll get good moves on those support and resistance at levels, but more than likely, you really want to. Where I found my best type opportunities is always at supply and demand areas. And those are areas to where lots of buying or selling take place in the market, and um, you know it's just lots of buying. Say if the market comes back to an area of demand and then the market just kind of shoots up, you see strong green candles coming out of a level, say for instance. But what do you think happened there? Lots of buying took place. So naturally speaking, when the market comes back there, there's plenty leftover buying opportunity for buyers to step back into the market, and people do, and that's an area where the institutions are going to jump back in, because if they're looking to buy, what are they going to do? They're going to buy when the price is cheap, when they're going to sell when the price is at the most expensive. So they're going to take those sales opportunities, back up the ladder when the market is when the price is high. So yeah, it was a gut wrenching feeling, guys. To you know, and this is a kind of a storyline that most people experience. Losing money first starting out, and some people just flat out stop, and then some people just they keep throwing money in the market and never figure it out, and then they lose it all. It's kind of like going to, I guess, Vegas or the casino, and just time after time again, they just don't know when to stop. You have to understand and know yourself, and when you're trading, because you have to be able to know when to stop and be completely done with it, or at least stop for a while till you say, "Hey, I not fully understanding what I'm doing here, or I'm missing something. Let me go back to the drawing board." And that's the thing you really have to figure out. So most people, when they begin trading, you know, like I said, they had the money and they will lose some money, but then they stop. So before, my biggest recommendation to anyone sitting out there now watching this video is to completely, guys, take the time to learn how to trade, understand the fundamentals to trading, come up with a solid strategy, or trading plan, I should say, and stick with that routine, at plan day in and day out. Don't deviate from it. So many people, um, 75% of the time, stick with the trading plan, and then it's just that you know they see an area or setup, it's appetizing to them, they jump into it and they deviate from their plan, and that's when they lose money. But you eventually learn, in trading. It's just like riding a bike or driving a car, whatever the case is. In a sense, you learn what to do, what not to do. You make some mistakes in life. Like how you make mistakes in life, same thing in trading. You make mistakes and you learn from them. And that biggest burn will be losing money. That biggest upset, it will be losing money. That thing that makes you gut wrenching feeling in your, and that makes you feel so bad, is that you lose. Nobody wants to lose money, because you work so hard to you work so hard for it, and then just to lose it in a matter of minutes or seconds is mind-boggling. But that's how this thing is. I mean, the markets are designed to um, for you to lose. It's simply just how it is. They're designed for you to lose. Not just you, any of us, not just you guys or who are watching this video. They're designed for all of us to lose. They try to entrap us to lose money, because that's how um, the big fish in the market institutions make their money. They've got to be able to cause retail traders to lose money to make money. They want to hit people, stop them out, and then they want to, in order to make money. So that's just the nature of this whole business, guys, business side to trading. So that's just a little bit about my first time. When I ever traded, that was like I said, 9 years ago, and I, like most people, just jumped into it thinking, I can do this. Oh, trading is not that hard. Oh, it's just a matter of, buying at low areas and or selling at high areas. But man, there's so much into that. There's so many things that you have to look for. So many things, you know, you have to be able to look for areas in the market where lots of selling have taken place or lots of buying have taken place. Those are areas of supply and demand, where price will come back to those areas. And there's so much into it, guys. You have to understand it. It's just like the markets move in a way that tell a story. You have to be able to move like the markets, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So the market is just It appears that it still wants to push lower, so we'll see what happens here. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'd like to hear from you. Some of you guys, let hear from you in the comment section. So comment below. I mean, um, you know, if you take it on significant loss, or you're taking a loss, and maybe it was early on at the beginning of your trading career or trading venture or whatever it is, um, how did it make you feel? Did you know what you were doing? Did you not stick with did you deviate from your trading plan? Um, some of us lost, significant amounts of money or whatever the case is, and that's why I say, whatever capital that you have to put into your account, make sure it's not something that money that you have into or you need to live off of, whatever the case is. I mean, when I first started, I had $2,500 that I put in my account, and it wasn't money that I was, that I really was worried about, say, losing. Nobody wants to lose money, but I just didn't. Um, it was money that I had, side money, spare money that I had to put in my account, and I wasn't going to put a significant amount of money in there just starting out, but I put $2,500 in there. To me, it was kind of a fair amount to put in an account to get started with. It allowed me to trade. Would have allowed me to trade a couple of contracts, but like I said, I only started off with one contract when I was trading, and um, I was up, making money time after time. Taking pretty much just scalping the market with one contract. And within a week, guys, I had blown through that $2,500 because, I had thought that I was doing something correctly and making money. Um, I said, hey, this has got to be working for me. So I stuck with it. And guys, it was pure luck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did at the time when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to really trade based off what the markets were doing. I didn't really spend a lot of time doing my homework like I should have, because I just quickly thought that, hey, trading is easy and I can get into it and make money. All you got to do is look for pullbacks in the market and put your money in, and or wait for price to get to a certain area where you can sell at. I just, there's there's definitely um, a story to be told in the markets. The market is always doing something and painting a picture that for just like reading a book, you understand the story. You have to be able to understand what the market is doing, and that's understanding. Looking at the market structure, following price action and order flow. Um, so after I lost that money there, yeah, at that time I wanted to really just stop trading. And because it was like, man, to lose that kind of money, it wasn't a lot of money, but to lose money at all, whether it's $1,000 or $2,500 or $5,000, nobody wants to lose money, and just how fast you can actually lose it, and you work so hard to make it. It's just like this is ridiculous. So I had to stop what I was doing, go back to the drawing board and start trying to figure out what it is that I'm missing, what is it that I need to learn, and you know I did tons of reading and had to put a solid trading plan together once I figured out how the market's actually moving, what I should be looking for. So, and I did. Okay. To jump off that topic, right quick, I did take a trade last night, guys, yesterday evening, which I typically don't do, but I saw price pushing up and then pulling back to this area right here. So this is pretty much to me, this is an area of demand where the market, lots of buying took place out of here after there was, rejection, where the price didn't want to push higher right here. It made a high and it couldn't push higher, so it sold off. And then we started getting a lot of buying coming out of this area right here. So the market pulled back. I was looking for an area of demand in this area right here. I waited for it, and this was an area where I entered the market yesterday. Excuse me, yesterday evening. Um, so right now, I'm trying to see what the market's trying to do. Just let's see. Mm, yeah, the market could actually come back down. Um, yeah, we have to see here. Pay attention and see what happens. And pay attention to see what happens. 'Cause the market could come down lower. It could push lower. So. But I don't know what, if I do, if, any trading today, not sure. It just depends on what the market actually ends up trying to do. But, you know, I just wanted to kind of talk about my first time ever trading live, and I'm talking about live, not demo or, paper trading or whatever. I do recommend you guys doing that though. Highly recommend doing that, paper trading. And, once you've kind of done the homework, research, to understand the fundamentals of trading, and you're starting to work towards, creating a solid trading plan that you can follow day in and day out. And I'm telling you, don't deviate from it, because I hear it all the time. People say that I deviated just that one time from my trading plan and it cost me money. And it does, it will. It will. Sometimes you get lucky and it won't, but most times it will, and you'll lose money just as quick. So deviate. I mean, I'm not deviate, but follow your trading plan. Don't deviate from it, okay, guys? But yeah, I like to hear from you guys below in the comment section. Let me know. You know, how did it make you feel? And how did you come? How did it make you feel emotionally if you lost money in trading? And how did you pick yourself up? And what did you do to move forward? If you stuck with the idea of, or the passion of wanting to still pursue trading, what did you actually do? Um, because at the time I first started trading live, my first time, I was part time, trading. I wasn't definitely hadn't quit my job at that time. I was definitely still working, and I wasn't going to stop my job and just jump full swing into that. But um, after I lost that money, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. Like, this is not for me. And I think a lot of people feel that way, but something on the inside of me kept pushing me, and I wanted to really learn how to do it, because I'm not one to give up on something. Um, just because something bad came out of it. Sometimes, meaning bad. I mean, meaning like, just because it hindered me in a sense that, okay, I lost some money. Um, but I know the possibility and potential there to be able to make good profits out of the market. I just had to figure out how to do it correctly. What was the right way of trading? What I should be looking for, and eventually I did. I learned how to do it the correct way. So yeah, comment below, guys. I want to hear you guys. Kind of, I'm not saying so much about your story, but like, what did you do? What did you do when you lost that money? Did you just flat out stop trading? Did you pick yourself up? Put your britches back up and keep moving forward, and you know, till you could figure it out. And how long did it take you to, if you were in the red, to become successfully in the green day in and day out, to where you're making money in the market? That's pretty much my little tidbits of my first time trading and how much I actually lost. I lost that $2,500. There was a time again where I put money back into the market, and I played the market a little differently then. Not saying I didn't take losses. I did. I had losing trades, but I was just gun ho about not blowing my account again, and I wasn't about to just bust my account again. I did it once, and I said never again, never again. Um, so just became more wise and smart about things, and I wasn't a fool. I played the fool the first time, but I swore by it that I was not going to do the same thing again. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Let's see what the market's trying to do here. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna wait it out, guys. I'm not sure 100% what the market's trying to do here, so I'm just gonna stand down and kind of just wait. Okay, guys. So the market hasn't really been doing much since last since I was discussing what was going on and talking a little bit about first time I ever traded, going live. Um, as it stands right now, yes, I'm taking a long at the VPOT, but I'm noticing that price is projecting to push lower at this point here. So I'm looking at the 4 range, broke above here, this area I was waiting for, and now I'm looking for it to come up and test the 95 area, I'd say. So hopefully we get a push to the upside there. Um, so let's see here. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we should get a push to the upside here. So I'm going to take out one contract here. Well, one contract at 93.50 and the second one at 94.75. Yeah, we'll do that. 94.75. Okay. So I'm gonna let this run, guys, and I'll be back here shortly. So I'm gonna let the video run here so we can see this trade play out. And that's probably the only trade I'll be able to get into today, unless I see some see something else as far as the setup. All right, be right back. Okay, okay, we're sitting around the VPOC, and the market is not much going on today, um, which I knew wouldn't be much of anything uh, today. And really, I mentioned this last week. Maybe next week, guys, as you know, trading the volume kind of pick back up. I'm not sure where the volume stands at right now. Yeah, volume's low still. So yeah, I don't anticipate anything to really take place until really next week as far as volume. And I think I'm actually going to um, let's see what we got here. What, 95, 70, 94.75. Yeah, I may come in with another contract here. Maybe I just leave it right there. We should hit that area there, hopefully get filled. So I'll continue to let this play out here. But this is going to be it for me today, guys. I may, you know, I'll do a video tomorrow probably just to kind of like to see kind of just touch upon and see where the volume stands at to see if there's any, good entries. But I just want to recap last night on that right here. This was a you know, a good solid trade right here yesterday evening, about 7:30 yesterday evening. So um, that would have been a decent trade opportunity. And this is all because when price came up here and made this high, right? We got a pullback pretty much. Price pulled back to this area right here, this level right here. You want to say kind of a area where there was, demand at, quick buying came out of this area here, lots of buying or decent amount of buying. Not so much did we get so many areas of um, rejections in this area here, but we did get some buying coming out. So it was a solid area. You could have looked for a pullback to this area here, but when price actually pulled back and then, creating swings to the downside, we had this high sitting up here and then price, okay, so we got filled in the first contract there. All right, but anyways, price turns back around, starts pushing higher, swinging to the upside, okay? We're looking for price to kind of take some of these areas here out, right? So eventually does, it pushes up here, pulls back, and pushes higher, creating a swing right here. Within the swing, we have demand because as price was pushing higher, we did get some rejection as price continued trying to push higher, and it stalled out, couldn't push any higher, pushed back down, and then we started getting some lots of buying coming in, especially right here to the upside. Price pulls back to an area at that point of demand, and this was an opportunity to go long. Okay, the long entry you can take, but you got to be careful because we got two swings to the downside right here. Okay, so um, basically when price pushed up right here, it pulled back, right? The opportunity really to go long would have probably been right here to close this candle, even though we got a little pullback, but price continued pushing higher. So I would have went long. Um, let's see here. I think my long entry was somewhere right here where it pushed up, pulled back, and then you could have went long right here, or waited for the pullback and then went long. But either way, price you could have picked up somewhere between about 4 points right there. So that's a nice little move to the upside. So now I'm expecting price to push higher. But as price continued to push higher, um, after that rejection right here, it swung to the upside. It pulled back. It took out the highs right here on the push back up. So now price is kind of dipping back into an area where there was, not a lot of rejection when price pushed back up, but and then it pulled back. But there was some buying that took place here, a decent amount of volume, not volume, excuse me, buying, and then price broke up to the upside, taking the high here out. Price dips back down to this area right here, and we're looking for an opportunity, to possibly go long. So now what I'm waiting for right now is basically pricing to take this area here out, which it somewhat has if you look at the full range. But I took my trade entry based on the price broke to the upside. Okay, it actually broke to this area here at 91, I believe. Yeah, broke up, pulled back, and then when it came back and broke above right here at 92 area, I went long somewhere. Yeah, 92 area, I went long. So I'm looking for price to come up here and test this area here now, back up towards the highs here. Um, yeah, this area right here. Okay, so we'll let the trade play out. But that's pretty much going to be it. The topic, like I was talking about today, guys, a little earlier, was the first time I ever traded live. Um, and what happened, what happened. Okay, so let's see what happens here on this trade here. This could take it could take a little while because of the market, how it's moving. So we'll see what happens. Okay, one thing I did want to mention was that I mentioned when price pulled back to this area right here. There's an area of demand sitting right here from all this buying that took place right here. So price, naturally speaking, when it comes back, there will be some more buying. So the institutions, and it may not be so much about because of the volume being so low. But anyways, when price came back to this area right here, there was more buying that took place. We initially had a lot of buying that came out. So when price comes back, to me, this is a demand area. I'm looking for some more buying to come out of that area, and that's why I got to the trade. Now, price pushing up, price could come back to this area again. And there could be more buying that takes place in this area. So, um, what I'm looking for now, price to do, like I mentioned, is price to come up and test this area here. It could stall out here and may push lower. I'm not sure yet, but just don't know. But you take your trades based on your on setups, okay? But yes, if price does come back, that's why I have this rectangle right here. Price does come back to this area. This could be a solid area for price to um um you know to jump back into a trade for wait for failure again. We're at the lower area of the high volume area here, and look for the rejection, and then you can possibly go long again. So basically, just price coming back to that area of demand again. You know, okay, okay. So I went ahead and closed that trade out there early. I closed that trade out because price dipped back below here. So I went ahead and closed it out and broke even on that trade there. Just not too many opportunities today to actually be doing, taking any trades. Let me see what's taking place here. Let's see. Um, yeah. Like I mentioned, price can dip back down to this area here, and we could look for a solid, trade opportunity right here if price does come back. So we have to just be patient. If price pulls back to that area. Okay, let's see. So now we see price broke below. So price is making some little it's making yeah a little leg to the downside. Higher lows and excuse me, lower lows and lower highs right now. Just little swings right here. So we have this high sitting up here now. So this is the all-time high sitting right here at 4,500 pretty much. Oh, excuse me, 4,800, not 4,500. So, when you see something like I jumped into that trade, I picked up a point on that contract, a point and a quarter, whatever the case is, but then I noticed it wasn't breaking higher. I went ahead and got out. So you got to know. I'm looking at the four range when I took that trade like right here when I saw price push up, and it could not break and take out this high right here pretty much. Um, this high right here and started pulling back. Um, let's see, I got in. Let's see. Yeah, right here was my exit point right here. So I went ahead and jumped out. And that's, once again, I was trading around the VPOC. And so I always say, be careful about trading around the VPOC. And if you see the market not moving in your direction quick enough, go ahead and jump out. That's what I do. I'm not going to stay into it if I see it not moving in that direction that I need to see it move in quick enough. And we're getting that because there's not much volume in the market. So um, it is what it is. So, um, mm, I mean, price could break. It's trying to break this swing to the down. This swing I pushed up right here, this low right here. It, it could break to the downside, but I mean, you have these swings right here, so you got to be careful there. But yeah, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, today's just not. It's been a crappy day trading, to be honest with you. Um, this right here, let's see, when price pushed up here, pulled back, pushed higher. Let's see. Eh, yeah, this may have been a decent entry right here. Price pushed up higher, pushed up right here, and then pulled back right here to this little swing right here. So this is the area, little area demand, if you want to call it. There's more, lots of buying that came in. So when price pushed up here and pulled back, after the rejection here, it pushed higher, right? And you have these swings to the upside. So within this swing to the upside, you have these little smaller swings. So price pushed up, pulled back, and then there's lots of buying came out of this opportunity, out of this area right here, on this little swing to the upside, the fall through, and then it pulls back. This right here could have been a definite solid entry, right here. So price, where you would have got in at, is price pushed up, pulled back, and then once price pushed higher, breaking above on the pullback, you can get in when price at the close of this red candle right here. So I already got, excuse me, green candle right here, taking it back up to the highs. So that could have been a solid move right there. We're talking 4 points right there. So all right, so we'll just wait and see. I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm gonna go ahead and close the video. I'll kind of just, throughout the day, kind of look and see what the market's doing. It is currently 2 o'clock right now, almost 2:15. So I want to go ahead and get this video up, which you guys are probably watching it now. But I just want to kind of talk about a topic today, a little story time about me and my first time trading live. And I'd like to hear from you guys as well. Your first time trading live, what actually happened? Did you consistently make money, or was there a period of time, within, say, a week or two, that you started losing your money that you had into your trading account? And how did it make you feel? Honestly, how did it make you feel? Did you just give up? Well, I guess if you didn't, you wouldn't be here watching the videos now if you gave up. But did you give up for a while? Was there a period where you just kind of gave up trading and then said, okay, well, I gonna try it again? A lot of people do that. They stop and then they try it again. And sometimes the second time around it works. So I'd like to hear from you guys. And if this is your first time watching one of the videos, I'm a live day trader. I trade primarily the emini S&P 500, which is the ES futures market, every single day, and I post my live recorded sessions here on my channel here, and we'd love to have you as part of the team. So go ahead and hit that sub button for me, that subscribe button, hit that little post notification bell button or icon to make sure that you never miss one of the videos. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. You're trading, be safe. I know we're going to move into a new year, so hopefully we get better movement and better setups throughout into the next year. So take care. See you in the next video, guys.